know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Yo, it's your boy Big M, a.k.a. the Double Pocket Don here with my co-host, Young Wayne Jetski, the SoundCloud King. The real MVP of the podcast, producer Colin Cooper on the ones and twos. We are 808 Smokers. We're back, baby.
How are we
back,
feeling, fellas?
We're feeling good.
You had a night last night, huh?
I did.
Want to tell the people about what you did?
Well, yeah. So we're recording this on Thursday night. Yesterday was Wednesday, and Wednesday is the day that we film our college football show that I am on, and now it's just become a thing now. So it's sponsored by Bud Light, and now it's just kind of become a thing that I just drink a lot on the show.
I think you've been drinking, not to interrupt you, but actually to interrupt you. You've been drinking a lot during the week, like every week we've been doing this college football show. Like 2 weeks ago, or the week before last, I came up to you and you were boxed. We ate some edibles, we drank some more beers. So you're having, Wednesdays are good days.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think, because last Wednesday, did I get, was that last Wednesday?
Yeah, it was last Wednesday. I said week before last, but it was actually last.
No, but I'm trying to think. I did get. It's been the last 3 in a row because we don't travel anymore. Now our traveling is pretty much over for the show, so we're not doing live shows anymore. We're just doing these studio shows, and we're sponsored by Bud Light. So the salespeople, they just give me a 12-pack at the beginning of the show.
That's great.
And now it's kind of become a thing. I kind of just see how many I can drink, and on Twitch I wasn't telling people. I was letting people guess the over under. My number. The show's about an hour. But the beautiful 808 Smoke Break listeners, you're going to get the number. I did 7 in an hour. The show is an hour. I did 7. I took the case and I kept drinking. And I finished the case. I ended up doing a couple more. I probably did 14, 15 Bud Lights. Didn't have any lunch, so I was really feeling myself. Smoked a couple fat joints. Left the office. Put in my bets on the way home.
14 before what, 5? You probably had?
I probably had from 2:30 to 6. I probably had 15 beers.
Damn.
And then so I left the office at probably 6:30, and then I got home. I ate, got home at 7:30, and immediately passed out.
There's something about being drunk when you're not supposed to be. During the day, I mean, it plays into day drinking. But anytime I've drank at work after our Gentleman's Friday shit or anything, and people know you're kind of drunk, but you got that kind of smirk on your face, and you just kind of walk around the office. It's like you're on autopilot, just kind of watching everyone else take part in their day, and you're a third party observer. It's fun.
I walked past Ev yesterday as I was going to leave to go film something, and he had a Bud Light in his left hand and then fist bumped me in the other one, and he literally had that smirk on his face.
That's the funniest thing, because the show ends and I've just been pounding these beers, so then I'm just walking around the office I don't even do it on purpose. I'm just realizing people are just looking at me like I'm just out here just crushing Bud Lights on a Wednesday at 4 o'clock.
I don't hate the move at all.
Just steady, because I just bring the case to my desk. Then I'm just walking around just drinking beers. Because for me, I'm a very, I'm definitely not, I do casually drink, but I feel I've gotten very, very away from that. And now I'm just very, once I turn it on, it's all the way on. The switch has been flipped. Once I start crushing a few beers, now I'm drinking until I'm drunk.
What is casual for you? How many beers?
Just having, a few drinks.
Like what we're doing right now. So, 2 or 3 beers.
I'd say, 6 or less would be, casual.
Okay, I agree with that. I kind of want to, I'm trying to kick back. I'm not going to say I'm stopping drinking, because I'm obviously drinking right now. But I'm trying to curtail it a little bit, at least until probably Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Eve will be a big day. I'm going to try not to get fucked up, at least till Thanksgiving Eve, just because I was in Jacksonville last weekend, and it was a doozy. It was a work trip. I was shooting the whole time, but I was fucked up.
That's what happens to me now. I just don't drink that much. I'm used to college where I drink 4 nights a week, 5 nights a week. And now, I just do 1 day a week, and that day that I do drink, I just get absolutely wasted.
Oh, yo, I got robbed by a stripper.
No shit.
Yeah, well, not necessarily robbed by a stripper, but, she just finessed me. She just gave me, no lap hands, took my money.
I've been finessed before.
So,
everyone's been finessed.
But this one was bad, though. I've been finessed and gotten actual dance.
You're too old to be finessed now.
I know. So
you get finessed when you're, 18, not, 24.
Me, Willie Large, and Pat, and Cons.
You got finessed when you were with Willie?
Yeah, I'll explain why.
It was probably Willie's money, too.
No, it was actually my money. He didn't give me money. I was kind of pissed about that. But I was like, come on, give me some
Come on,
bread.
Dad.
Come on, Dad. You got 20 mil in the bank. Just throw me a little bit.
I got 200.
Damn, that's fucked. Well, we drank all day in the airport. Our flight got delayed 3 hours, so he snuck Willie just he basically told the flight attendant, he was wearing a Jets bag, not the flight attendant, the security guard, they're like, do you play for the Jets? And he was like, yeah. Like, basically saying he was like an active Jets player. And they just snuck us through security. We barely got checked. And they went into like the United like first class international lounge, me, him, and Large. We're just chilling there. They're drinking whiskey, so I'm drinking whiskey. We're just throwing them back. I have like 3 or 4 whiskeys before the flight. I have another like Jack and Coke on the flight. I'm like drunk, like trying to film out the window of like the plane, like to carry the camera on. So we land down in Jacksonville. We go to dinner at this awesome seafood place. One of Large's old finance buddies is there. He's like buying us shots and shit, and he's like, hey, you want to go to the strip club? And Willie's like, yep. Like, Willie loves the strip clubs. I love my strip clubs too. And we go to this place called Wacko's in Jacksonville. Jacksonville is very spread out. It's also not a great area. Like, I'm not.
Oh, for sure not.
There's just pockets of it that are super hood, super like white trash, and then there's parts that are kind of nice. So Wacko's was not in a good area. And I walk in, the clientele wasn't fantastic, and I was fucked up. I was wearing like a double XL bright neon green Russo construction polo. I don't know even why I had it. I don't know why I wore it. A Tommy Hilfiger fucking dad hat and a pair of jeans. I looked like the biggest lick that could have ever walked into a strip club. I was ripping fucking Marlboro Reds, and a hot ass stripper like walks up to me and she goes, you want to dance? And this is at like 2 a.m. like they're called last calls. I'm like, sure. So I walk into the back room with her. I sit down, and I shit you not, bro, she literally like put her ass on me, did like a back and forth as if she was, you know, when like a cat like wipes its ass across the carpet because if it was just shit. That's like what she did on me. She just like wiped her ass 1-2 on either side, and I had like the $40 in my hand. She took the money and walked away. And I was like, I was too fucked up. I was like, what the fuck? So I just like walked out. I'm not gonna chase this stripper down in the middle of a strip club and get beat the shit out of by fucking bunch of bouncers. So she took my money. I got touched half an ass cheek, and that was really it. Besides that, Jacksonville was cool, but I was upset about that.
One of my best friends got finessed in a strip club in the city. He literally just asked her. He's like, where are you from? She's like, I'm Dominican. That's $20.
No way.
And he gave it to her. He was like, all right. You want to talk finesse? That's getting finesse.
That's finesse. I mean, this girl was on the.
He didn't even touch her.
She was feeling me before, like we got over into the back room and shit. Like, and I was feeling her. Her, I was getting to like to touch a little bit, but nothing crazy. And then the back room, like the back room is kind of like a different breed. Like you get to touch some titties, you get to touch some ass.
Yeah.
Like back room's where the money's made. So I was very excited to go in the back room, but then she was like she just saw that I was a lick. I was like the number one, target there to make some money off of. So that was that. Other than that, I mean, good weekend. Been taking it easy. We got some Kanye news. We talked about it last episode. I was listening to Joe Budden and I was listening to like Charlamagne. They were all talking about not thinking that Kanye was going to sell over 200K with this album because it was like a gospel album. But he sold over 250,000 units. First week sales, 85,000 of that being pure sales, so people actually buying the album, not just streaming. Shouts out to Kanye. He made a fucking gospel album and it's fucking selling.
I mean, with Kanye, like, I'm not impressed or like anything, but it's not like that. It's like not good, but it's just like it's Kanye. Like he could literally when they saw what's the song? He's like I could like probably sell like our Drake says like I could probably sell a blank disc in one rap. Like Kanye could literally sell a blank disc.
Yeah,
and I think it would do like 200K.
I listened again to the album.
They'd be like, yo, you hear that air? That shit's fucking gas. These dudes, the same dudes that are bumping this fucking trash ass gospel
it's
album.
Just Northwest.
And I love Kanye, and I love Kanye. I want to preface this by saying I love Kanye, but the gospel album, trash.
I listened to it again. I liked the first half a lot, and then it kind of lost like its flair to me around like track 6.
I just haven't listened to it since. Like since we spoke about it the last time on the podcast, I haven't listened to it.
I listened to it, and then I listened back to Pablo.
Follow God was the only song that I liked. I haven't listened to it since.
I listened back to Pablo and I was like, yeah, this is much.
That's what I'm like. That shit is so much better, so much better. Not even in the same like stratosphere.
I mean, he's still gonna get people to fucking buy this shit though.
Of course he is. No, like I said, he could sell literally a blank disc. He'd take a shit and put it in a bag and he'd sell a fuck ton of it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He's definitely. It's showing success. So I guess it might mean he'll stay this route. I'm trying to see if there's any like stipulations that people are saying. There's anything
all you
different.
Fucking Yeezy, like all you fucking Yeezy, just like fucking hailers.
Oh, I lied. So it was in pure sales, it was 109,668, and streaming was 20. Including streaming, it was 275,000. So his pure sales were 109,000. That's pretty fucking impressive.
Kanye, like, he puts asses in the seats. There's no question about that. There's no denying that.
He got almost 80,000 more streams on it than he did for Ye in the first week, which I think was the Ye album was obviously put together in like a fucking literally 3 days. So.
This was much more like he gassed us up for way longer. This had much more like hype to it, I feel like.
So this article,
and I think him just saying it's gospel, people were just even that much more curious,
inquisitive.
Even though they knew, like I knew coming into it that I had a strong feeling I was not gonna like it, just the fact that it's fucking a gospel album. But I feel like that just being so different, that intrigued people to be like, I at least have to hear what the fuck, like what this is all about.
In terms of all albums put out this year so far, it's 6th in first week sales. Behind Billie Eilish's album, Ariana Grande, the Jonas Brothers album. What the fuck? Jonas Brothers stream like crazy. I don't understand that.
Jonas Brothers put asses in the seats, whether we like it or not. It's a fact.
Then Post and Taylor Swift are all above him. Post being the only hip hop project coming ahead of him. I don't know. I mean, we talked about it a little bit. We didn't feel the album. Not much more to say. Just kind of an update on Kanye. Shout out you for being able to finesse everybody into listening to a project that, I don't know, isn't palatable. Not palatable, but isn't the cup of soup for the majority of, I would say, like hip-hop nowadays. Not everybody listening to hip-hop wants to listen to gospel, so whatever.
Fucking Kanye, man. Go back, Kanye. We want the old Kanye.
We want the old Kanye. And
talk some shit.
I want him to just talk about strippers' buttholes getting bleached again. That'd be nice.
Nah, wait
till I get my Kanye back. Oh.
Like that, I need some soulful shit. I need that Kanye, that soul.
You can't say soulful shit and then not like the gospel album, though.
Yeah, but I'm talking to it's different.
You want some soulful trap.
I want that soulful, like that soulful like that melody, that soulful like those beats he makes are just like they're just different.
I feel that. Well, in the whole staying on the Kanye family tree, Kylie Jenner has been linked to Drake in recent rumor reports and in recent articles. They're saying that she, after her and Travis's not so amicable or maybe amicable split, she's now seeing Drizzy, Aubrey Graham, the light-skinned Messiah. I think this is probably a lot of cap, but I feel like if it was real, we would hear a response from Travis. And I feel like, I don't know if Drake would do this to Travis. They had a huge record together on Astro World, Sicko Mode. I don't think he would cross that line. What do you think?
Cap alert, cap alert, cap alert, cap alert.
This is a cap alert.
Caparoo, Cappington.
This is cap.
Big ball capping.
You know,
I mean, no, fuck no, it's not real. He's not fucking Kylie. No chance. Not that he couldn't, but I'm just saying he's not.
But he did, talk some shit about fucking potentially, like, in cryptic messages, potentially fucking Kim. In what's it called? When he was saying they're at the road.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Kanye fucked him over.
I know, but do you think that means maybe he's just trying to
knock off
everybody on Kanye's
I don't think
tree?
Drake's that kind of guy. Like I don't think he would like if he's boys with Travis. I don't think he would do that to Travis, especially not like right away like this.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the kind of guy he is. Like I don't think he would just jump straight like to like his someone he considers like a friend's ex. I don't think he would do that.
What if he has such a vendetta against Kanye that he just wants to fuck everything that's attached?
Nah,
to
but I don't think
wife.
Kylie, like I don't think him fucking Kylie, like I don't think that hurts Kanye at all, and I think he would know that.
I think Drake 100% fucked Kim though. At some point,
yeah, no, I believe that too.
Had to have.
No, I believe that too, 100%. But I just don't see, like, obviously I see like what you're saying, but I don't think there's correlation to like having sex with Kylie and then Kanye being actually mad about that. Like, why would he be mad about that?
Because he was sending her purple pickles, bro.
But it's not his girl.
Stop sending my wife purple pickles. Jake was sending her purple pickles.
Who was?
Drake was sending Kim purple pickles.
Yeah, but not Kylie. Like, yeah, Kim. I'm saying Kylie don't matter. Kylie's like little sister.
You know how that family works. They love, they love their entertainers. They love their ball players.
No, they sure do. You're goddamn right they do.
So
I'm telling you, I'm saying I said my piece. I don't think Drake would do that to Travis. Just my opinion.
I think that Drake is the ultimate savage when it comes to women, but we just don't really know about it because he has that soft side and he'll just slide in and he can make a
no. But
a girl feel like
I just think
love.
he actually like I don't know. Obviously, I'm sitting here talking like I no shit. I've never met him personally, but I mean like it just from everything I've seen, It always, and even the way, I don't know if you watched the episode of The Shop where he discusses the whole thing that happened. He discusses like the whole way the Kanye thing went down. That he told Kanye all this stuff in confidence. Had this real, like, he asked him to come out. Like Kanye asked Drake to hang out. They had this whole talk in confidence about their families. He told him about the baby, like no one knew about it. And then he just tells fucking Pusha and just gets flamed by it on a song. Like, he got legit double crossed heavy. But I mean, I don't think that's why, and because of that, and the way he spoke about it, and just being like, he basically said he had a rebuttal to Pusha's song
That apparently was
that
crazy.
would have like fucked the game up.
And
like,
Jay Prince Jr.
and
told
not
him to
just
put it
with
up.
like bars. Like, he was saying would have burned bridges, would have like fucked a lot of people. Like, it would have done.
Basically saying that he fucked Kim.
I think
that he's Northwest Daddy.
I think that seemed to me. He never linked to that in any way. Like, he never like insinuated that in any way.
I think that's what everyone thinks.
But that he said enough to know that was probably where it was going.
Yeah.
That he probably had a track that straight up talked about how no one Drake can get clever with that shit. He probably had like a verse literally just talking about how it went down and all the ways he fucked her and all this shit. Like, he probably went like to that level.
I can see Drake
and then
fucking Kris Jenner.
I can see him fucking all of them.
Yeah. Do you remember that
Besides
song,
Courtney.
the diss track that Eminem did towards Mariah Carey when he was talking about
Yeah.
banging her? That song is insane.
That's that.
That's what I feel like it would be, that level where it's like straight up like, yo, you're gonna come out with a song about me, and it's different with Mariah because I think Eminem's telling the truth, and I think Mariah's bullshitting because she knows she got fucked by him, and she just doesn't want people to know. But Eminem, like, he left no details out.
Absolutely
He just
none.
went fully in on her.
I agree.
There's actually a diss track that gets left out of the conversation of like top diss tracks
It's
of all
amazing.
time because I guess Mariah Carey's not a rapper,
Yeah, but it's an actual like good song too.
and he just goes into graphic detail about it.
That's
Fucks
and
up.
I think that's probably what
Beautiful.
Drake did with Kim, and then he probably had some shit in the chamber for Pusha too, obviously. But if he just straight up came out and had a create like that, would have broke the internet. Which I think that's what happened.
If he fucked Kylie, it'll break the internet.
Which would probably be a line in the song too, because you got the Kim like breaking the internet and all that shit. So he probably would find a way to put that in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's fucking her. I don't think Drake is fucking Kylie. I don't believe that.
I guess we'll keep our ear to tabloids. I don't count anything out with the Drizzle Man because he's just like the ultimate.
You just call him the
bitch
Drizzle
getter.
Man?
The Drizzle Man. Yeah, we're gonna cut that out and post.
That was strange.
Nope.
I
That's
don't
weird.
like that. Drizzy,
I don't know. I was trying
Drizzle.
to think of a new nickname.
Big Drizzle, the light skinned Key Sweat.
Light Skin Key Sweat is a fire name. But all right, I won't say Drizzle anymore. How do we feel about Magic, Ev? Are you a fan of Magic?
No,
You don't like magicians?
not really.
David
So
Blaine, Chris
you remember
Angel?
we had Well, do you consider like hypnotist people magicians?
Yes.
No.
All right, we had a yes and a no. So, at the office, I don't think the video is getting put out. But we did this video where I got hypnotized. Where there was like a few of us, and I was the last one because I was the only one that actually went along with it. And I think those dudes really think it's real.
Hypnotism?
Like, cause I was going on, I was doing everything he said. Like, he'd be like, oh, like your hands are stuck together. They're glued. Like, you can't move them. You can't move them. And then like when I like they snap out of it, and then like try to move them, and you're like I can't move them. I can't move them. Yes, you fucking can.
See,
I did it. I tried as best as I could to zone out and like be a part of it. I ended up being the last one because I went with it the most.
Yeah.
And he literally was like, like the whole time I could have completely just like snapped out of it. But your body does kind of get sleepy and kind of in like that like weird glued zone.
Mm-hmm.
But then he was like put his finger out. He was like your hands are like glued to your thigh, whatever. Like you can't move them. Like your hands feel like they literally are like wrapped, like tied. They feel like they have the weight of a million pounds on your hands. Like you can't pick them up. And then he was like had the thing where I opened my eyes again, and I was kind of just acting like playing along with it, acting all like fucking like just looking like I don't know what the fuck's going on, like delirious and shit. And then he's like, if you can touch my finger, I'll give you $20. I was like, boop.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I think
no shit.
I remember
Like-
watching that live in the control room, and I think if that video gets posted, we ruin that guy's career. But
Because then they were asking me after, and he actually thought I went along with it, and then they were like asking me confessionals after, and I was like, no, it wasn't fucking.
See,
real.
no,
Like,
this
could've-
is why I
could've moved
do
the whole
believe
fucking
in it,
time.
and
I felt so bad because all the guys were like, they low-key were like hearing me saying this, be like, no, I wasn't fucking like, and I was the only one that went along with it, and I was the one that was being like, no, this shit was fucking trash.
See, I do believe in it because it is about just concentration. It's not magic. Like, he's not doing tricks up there. It's just about your mind getting in such like a focused and concentrated state that you pretty much are asleep and just will. I've seen friends where like one of my friends has passed out drunk, but he's like still kind of conscious. It was the funniest thing. He had a potato chip in his hand, and he was literally just like drunk, but had the chip in his hand. We're like, eat it, Colin, eat it. His name's Colin too. He's like, eat it, and he starts like lifting his hand. So then we're like, eat it, and he just like keeps bringing it closer. So you're like in that mental state, you can pretty much do anything to anyone. It's just about the concentration.
Yeah, I think there has to be some like small degree of like belief to it.
No, there was, because I said I could feel it. Like I just tried to legit lock in as much as I possibly could.
And the placebo
do
effect
everything they said
is a real thing.
And like, so there was certain things like I was feeling like you would feel like it was like it felt like it weighed more. But like there was still, I knew in the back of my mind that I could always I could just I could kind of just like shake it off and like just get up. Like if I really need, like if something happened or I needed to.
So, but all in all, you're out on Magic as of right now.
I'm enthralled by it.
And that's not the word. Enthralled means you're like obsessed with it.
It enamors me.
Another thing that means like we need to get you a fucking dictionary. It means like it amazes you.
No, it does. Like when it happens.
You just said you didn't fuck with Magic when I first introduced it.
I don't, but like when I see it, it's wild.
Okay, so you fuck with Magic. Anyway, the reason I introduced this, we had this fucking 5-minute dissertation, because our boy Macklemore is not my boy. He's Big Ev's boy.
Macklemore's a fucking loser.
Macklemore is announcing the first ever Magic rap album. No one really knows what this means. No one really knows if this is like a troll.
What the fuck is a Magic rap album?
I don't know, but on his IG he posted the cover art. Cover art looks pretty fire. The cover art's him as like a I just X'd out of it. It's him as a wizard, wearing like a purple coat with a wizard beard and everything. It looks pretty fire.
Why is he wearing? He's wearing a Nike headband.
That's kind of fire.
If Future rocked that, that'd be dope as fuck. The Future rocked that for the Wizard album. That would have been sick.
He should have done that. But Macklemore's caption when he dropped the cover art was, "Contest alert. I've been working hard on this Magic shit. And now I'm combining both of my talents for the first ever Magic rap album. And you get to pick the name. Drop the best album title in the comments. I'll select the best one, and whoever wins gets a free dog. I picked the dog, and I get to name it, though. That's fair. Good luck." This is fucking weird. I didn't even notice the dog part when I first read it 2 days ago. But, yeah, I don't know if Macklemore's trolling about this. He is the type of motherfucker that I could see being into fucking Magic, though. Like, he'd be at a party, because I don't think he drinks. I think he's sober. Nothing wrong with that. But he's the type of person that while most people pick up, like, running or, I don't know, lifting weights when they go sober to occupy their mind, or solitaire, he's probably learning magic tricks and just learning how to fool people with the deck of cards. I haven't heard a Macklemore song in forever. I don't really care to, but I'll be honest, I'm intrigued to see what the fuck this Magic rap album means. Do we get a fucking like magic wand that you hit and flowers come out, and when you buy the album, does it get sent to your address? What does this mean?
I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, Did you just say when it was dropping?
He didn't say the date yet.
There's a very, very, very strong possibility that I did not listen to this album one bit. I'm just being real.
I think you should listen to it because
I probably won't.
You apparently are enamored and enthralled by Magic.
Yeah, but I want to see Magic. You remember that guy that was getting big on Instagram? I don't know what happened to him. Like, it was like Magic Jack.
Died.
No, he didn't.
Trick gone wrong, yeah.
No, he didn't.
He had like some poisonous like venom, and he was supposed to like put it on his tongue, and it was supposed to like turn into like wine or some shit, and he died.
What?
Yeah, look it up.
No way. I love that fucking guy.
Maybe it wasn't wine. I don't know. He likes it.
Are you sure? You're talking about the same guy?
I have snake venom. Drop it on my tongue, and then like someone like tapped him with a wine. But the video ended, then like a day later he died.
Dude, he posted 22 minutes ago on Instagram.
I know, because I just lied.
Dude, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
I don't even know who that guy is.
He had some venom that was supposed to turn into wine.
Yeah, what? Well, that was the worst lie I came up with on the spot.
What?
He put snake venom on his tongue and he had to turn it to Pinot Grigio.
Because now on his Instagram, he's low-key glowed up since that last saw. He's wearing a Coogee sweater. He's got chains. He's got a fade with pinkish hair.
Maybe he's Macklemore. Macklemore's got a fade. This Magic money's real.
And he's promoting Bang energy drinks. Oh, doing magic tricks.
Times are tough. It's probably
but he's a G. Like he literally turns like singles into hundreds. I don't know how the fuck he does it.
It's called what was it? I was watching some fucking show before, and it's like a Norwegian drop or something like that. French drop. It's how you drop they drop like when they pick things up, and it's like, oh, it's not in my hand anymore. They just drop it down their sleeve.
Really?
That's what Macklemore's gonna do, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know if he's gonna just play a Ouija board in his music videos, but you think he's gonna make a rebirth? I mean, the guy's probably stacked so much bread off the thrift shop song and
Oh yeah, nah, he's good.
downtown ones. Like he just made these weird.
He's good money wise, but I ain't listening to shit he's putting out.
You know, Macklemore was addicted to lean for a while.
Yeah, wasn't he addicted to a lot of things?
I think heavy on it was lean. He started sipping lean because of Wayne. He loved Wayne.
I love Wayne. I've sipped lean before, only a couple times.
I sipped only promethazine, and I lied to my doctor to try to make him give it to me, and he gave me promethazine. I drank the whole thing, and promethazine just makes you sleep. And I just slept, and I didn't get high, and it didn't help my rap career.
Yeah, see, that was back in my coastal days when it was lit, because the guy that would sell it to me would give it to me in an actual baby bottle, and he feel like such a G.
That's how you know it's cut.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's cut?
Like
No, that's how they give it to you measured, because that's how you can measure it.
or they give it to you in the actual fucking.
You don't know that. You never lived in the South, and I'm talking the
South,
South,
bro.
homeboy.
I'm just letting you know if you buy it not in a sealed bottle, there's a chance that it could have been cut.
I mean, sure.
It's called. They use K-Row, and they
But
just put
that's how
Oxy
you
in
know
it.
they're a real one though, because they literally give it to you in baby bottles, because that's the only way you can legit measure it.
All right, I'm
That's
not.
the only way, because he would get massive bottles of it. So how else would you sell it? Like when you're selling it by like the ounce
by
or two.
the line, it would be. I guess then they would just pour it out for like a single drip. So I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying there's a
Like
chance
that's
it got cut.
because I mean, what are you just gonna show up and he's just gonna like you have to bring your own bottle?
People sell it by a line. Yeah,
What do you mean by a line?
by a line, like line you up. It's like not like a line of blow, but they call
No,
it
I know,
selling a line, like a line of lean. I'm just saying you just drank corn syrup. You didn't drink real lean.
That's not true.
All right, that'd be a great podcast. The lean podcast. We'll try to do that.
We could do that.
We'll just get hooked on opioids for the listeners.
I legit haven't done lean in like 6 years. I only did it like a couple times.
Yeah, it's not a very normal thing. Like during the college football show, you're just not gonna pull out a double cup and just start sipping.
Imagine I did.
Activists.
Imagine I just pulled out the double styrofoam.
That would be fucking lit as fuck.
But then they would come to me and I would just be like,
Like, Evan, you have a problem. We're gonna send you to
I'd be like,
Narcotics
my lock of the week is, I'd be like Ohio State. I got myself into trouble this week. I made a bad bet.
With Dave, you
I
got
got taken advantage of. Yeah.
What'd he do?
It was like, basically I was giving my locks and I give like usually like 2 or 3. I gave like my 2-3 picks. And at the end, I was like, just fucking, because Ohio State, literally, they've covered 7 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They cover easily every time. I was like, yo, if they're minus like 42 this week at home against Maryland. I was like, yo, I'll take it at 40, 50, 60, 70. I'll take it whatever. And he was like, all right, take it at 70 then.
He finessed.
He caught me up. I was drinking. I was like, I didn't fully understand what he was saying. Like at the time, I didn't realize what I was just very like, I got caught up in the moment. And at first he said 70 and I was like, nah.
Bet.
I was like, nah, 50. And he was like, no, you said 70. I was like 60. And then I think I just basically, if they don't win by 70, I think I have to wear Michigan gear on the next show.
Dude, you're fucked.
Nah, they could do it.
Yeah, they could, but like that's such a ridiculous.
How
many games have been won by 70 in college football history?
Me and Big Cat were talking about it this morning. We basically were trying to do the math, and it was like it has like a slight bit of possibility if the backup score, which they are more than capable of. But the only problem is we basically did the math, and essentially like Maryland cannot score.
You don't have any money riding on this, do you?
No.
Oh, it's just
no,
like a
no.
gentleman's
I mean,
bet.
I'm hammering. I already have it. I'm hammering Ohio State minus 42.
Okay, I
But,
thought
like,
you were also putting money.
No,
on it.
no. Against Dave? No. Hell no.
All right, I was just wondering.
No.
All right, well, coming back to Macklemore, we're deciding that we're not kind of skeptical on this. Maybe we'll listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it because I want to see.
Unless there's
what
just a
Magic
heater,
means.
I'm not. It would have to be an outward heater that either gets played on the radio that somehow catches my attention, or you coming to me and being like, yo, Macklemore actually has a heater, listen to this.
Or what if he puts out like a Chris Angel Mind Freak type video of him like underwater in Las Vegas in a pool with sharks, unlocking himself and freeing himself?
I guess I'd watch a video.
Okay, so we'll keep everybody updated.
I guess
with
I'd
the
watch a
Macklemore Magic
video, but I'm not gonna like add it on my Apple Music.
All right, fair enough. I'll be the Macklemore Magic liaison. That was our little news wrap up, and I think we're going to get back into the story time, huh?
Yeah, story time it is. So we're having some discussion about I got a list of stories. I got some shit I can talk about. I've been through some shit. So today we're gonna talk about the story about the time that I hit a grown man with my car.
Grown ass man.
I hit a grown ass man with my vehicle.
A GAM, a jam, a grown ass fucking.
Grown ass man. So
set the scene. What year are we at? Where is this in the Big F journey? Because the people have heard the Big F journey from Justin Evan McDowell in Goshen, New York, to Coastal Carolina Trap Lord, back home, back to then to Ohio State, where he became a double vodka Don.
Yes. So this is at Ohio State. This is pre the double vodka Don though. This is pre Barstool Big F. This is pre
single vodka Don.
Barstool. No, always a double guy. Mm-hmm. The double vodka Don was just not born yet. The character was not born yet.
Okay.
I was always Evan McDowell. Evan McDowell was still chilling. But this was before the character was born at Ohio State. So it was actually the summer before. It was actually like a mere months before.
Oh wow.
So I was in Columbus for the summer. It was summer 2017.
And you had already been at Ohio State for a year?
For 2 years. This was entering my last year. My last year was the year that I became like the on-camera guy for the Barstool Ohio State account.
Okay.
So it was summer 2017, which was for me was a lot of hanging out. And actually was a huge, in a weird way, it was a huge motivating reason on why I went all in on Barstool, because I was doing classes, and I think I was just taking like 2 or 3 classes, so my days were like real open, and I tried to get some jobs. I remember I thought I had a job at a gas station. They did a background check, and I literally couldn't even get a job there because of like some of my charges and stuff.
What about like being like a busboy or some shit?
I couldn't. So after that happened, I thought I was getting the gas station job. I wasn't, and then I was kind of thrown off by it. Like I was like, I couldn't believe it because the lady that interviewed me like loved me, so I was very thrown off by it. And then that really put me in mindset. I was like, damn, like honestly, if this fucking gas station chain won't hire me, I was like, yo, I don't know who the fuck else is gonna hire me. So I'm gonna need to make some shit happen. And I think that was probably why I went even harder all in on the Barstool Ohio State shit. But so it was that summer before my senior year, I was doing a lot of hanging out. So at this point I was very high. Smoked a lot of weed that day.
As one does when they hang out.
Yep. Literally I would just go to class, basically like one class was online. I basically go to class like a couple days a week for like a couple hours. That was it. So I was doing a lot of chilling. And then, so it was like a normal like weekday, probably around like 4 or 5 o'clock. I went out and I forget what I did before. I left the house in the car. I forget what I did before this, but when I was on my way back home, there's a gas station called GoCo that's like right next to the frat house I lived in. So how Ohio State's how some of the roads are set up is, people from Columbus will get this. They have like, it's like a kind of a fast going one-way road. And it's on Summit Street. So how Ohio State works is all these roads, they have like these back alleys that you can use to drive. So like, for example,
hookers,
I guess. But that was weird.
I don't know. I threw you an alley-oop. I don't know if you're gonna have a hooker story built to divulge off of this.
No, I'm talking about when I hit someone with my car, bro.
All right. Well, you never know what road we're gonna go down.
No,
a lot of times I throw you oops and like you have a slam dunk for it.
I fucked a girl behind a McDonald's once.
See, there we go.
In college, but I guess that was an alley. All right, it's fair enough. She wasn't a hooker though. She was a nice girl.
That's what you think.
Shout out to, I'm not gonna say her name.
Yeah.
She was taller than me.
Yeah,
though.
we don't say women's names. We bleep out our ex-lovers' names on this podcast, right, Colin?
Please don't make me work more than I need to.
She was the only girl I've ever had sex with who was taller than me. But that's a story for another day.
All right.
So they have these back alleys, and on this street specifically, and some other streets, there's street parking. So it's very weird the way it's set up. So it's like the road. It's like two lanes, actually 3 lanes, like a lane of like parking, and then another lane like in between the sidewalk and the parking that's for like bikes and shit. So the man I hit was on a bicycle. So I pulled out. So I went to the gas station. It's like right next to the back alley. Literally, it's just a quick like literally pull out of the thing. Literally, it's like right there, and just go in the back alley, park, going back inside, smoke another blunt. So I pull out. I went to this gas station. I got a couple Dutches and an M&M's ice cream sandwich.
Oh, good choice.
So good.
The chip witch, but instead of having chocolate chips, has the M&M's. Oh,
yes,
fantastic. Good choice.
So I get that. I pull out. I literally immediately open the ice cream sandwich. I'm eating it with one hand and driving with the other. So I pull out.
Skirt.
I go in, like I go to turn. I like slow. You have to just pull out of the gas station, and you literally go to the left probably like I'm like legit like 30, 40, 50 yards, something like that. Like it's right there.
Okay.
So I go to turn in, I stop. I go to turn in. I do the little like I go to the right, spin it around, and all of a sudden just wham! This dude just rolls over the hood of my car.
Over the hood, damn.
Like he hit into the side and rolled over the hood. So I'm just sitting there. So I'm like driving. I just go to turn in, going real slow. Like I do this shit literally like 10 times a day. I've done it a million times. Dude just smashes into me. Fucking rolls over the hood. I'm bugging out. I'm like, yo, I'm shaking. I'm like, yo, I just blasted this fucking guy with my car. I'm fucked.
I'm imagining the scene from Happy Gilmore when the lady at the old folks home jumps on the hood of the car. She's like, Mister, save
I literally,
me.
because
Is that what it was like?
Because he was on the
Stop
hood.
it, lady! You're scaring us. Where's the prize?
Because he was on the hood, and because it was like wham into the side of my car. He was on the hood, and obviously they slam the brake, and he just like rolls off. So I was like, oh fuck, I just hit this. I'm like, holy shit.
This is an old guy?
He probably was like mid-30s.
Where is he on the scale of upstanding member of society to homeless crackhead?
Very, very upstanding. Had his own home.
Oh wow! So this wasn't like if you hit a bum, you hit a crackhead.
Oh no,
you can
no,
keep,
no,
I think
dude,
you keep moving.
No, he was a full-on biker. He had like a really expensive bike.
The biker community is not one you want to fuck with.
No, not at all. And I fucking hate bikers. I hate bicyclists.
Not bikers, not like biker, like not
No,
Hell's Angels,
not like Hell's
bicyclists.
Angels bikers.
Yeah.
I hate
Cyclist,
I hate people who ride bicycles.
Cyclist, yeah.
Who ride bicycles.
Yeah.
I won't even give them a name. Who ride bicycles? I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I hit this guy. I get out of the car, like I'm talking. He's got full on Lance Armstrong bicycle suit. He's got the little the bicycle cleats.
His suit's got like a neon green stripe up his dick, and then there's another one by like the collar.
I believe it was white.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'll try to dig up the picture so when we promote this, that I'll actually have the picture. So I hit the guy, and I get out and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm so
Pictures,
sorry.
would you take a selfie with this motherfucker?
Hold on, no. I should have waited later to say that.
Okay.
So I get out and I'm like, yo, are you all right? You all right? Like people are coming out like, oh my god, like you're all right. He's like, yeah. He's just like, and I'm like, oh fuck, I fucked him up. And he's just like, I'm just like, yo, are you good, man? Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. And he's just laying there like, So like someone calls 911 ever. The cops come pretty fast because it's Columbus. Shit be popping off all the time. So there's people right there. They come. We explain what happened. Like he literally said straight up he was going like 40 miles an hour on his bicycle.
Damn.
And they asked
approximate speed of what you were doing.
No, like 10.
Eight?
Like
okay.
I said 10 to 15. I probably shouldn't even. I was like 10 to 15. I don't know. I literally was just turning in. Like I was going slow. I literally just turned in. And so they're talking to this guy, and the whole time he's like laying there, everyone's helping him with it. And at one point I'm just looking at it, and I couldn't help to think I was pretty high, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, yo, like this is pretty funny. Like I just hit this fucking guy with my car. And I'm like,
he more or less hit you, honestly.
No, he ran into me. Literally, honestly, it's crazy because my dad just sold the car. Mm-hmm. And they had the last time I was home a few months ago, they kind of had to sit down, and my dad was like, yo, like, do you care if we sell your car? Because I don't use it ever. I live in Hoboken. I don't really use it when I'm home and shit. I don't go home as much as I used to.
He just sold the car now, not
yeah, like
okay.
just now. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. But you can literally see the indent in my driver's side or in the passenger side door of where he ran into, like the front of his bike. And you could see the dents on the hood from where he rolled over on it. So he fucking smashed into me. But at one point I just thought, and I was like, yo, like, this is pretty funny. So I literally just snuck a snap of him just laying on the ground, you can see I think you might be able to see on the side his bicycle and his bike's is pretty banged up, the front of it's all fucked up. Mm-hmm. And then he's just laying on the ground, kind of on his ass, but with his legs out, just you know how he's holding the one leg, he fucked his knee up. And there's all the people around him. His fucking helmet came off and shit. And I think I captioned the snap. I just said, just hit this dude with my car. So then mad kids from my frat house start that were still there in the summer, start kind of coming out to in the alley just to see what's up. And they just see my car just sitting there and this dude just on the ground with his bicycle. So the cops tell me, he's yo, he's I know it's kind of not your fault, but we got it. It's it is your fault. So I was like, whatever, dude. And they just kind of give me the ticket. And
what was the ticket? Striking a cyclist?
It was just, I don't even remember, because I went to court for it like a couple weeks later, and I told the lady, the judge, like what happened, and she gave me the minimum ticket because she like understood, because the way it's set up is so fucked up, like because there's cars there, like there's like a lane of cars and then the bike lane, so like when you turn, like you can't see, like all the like if it's full, and it usually is because it's like prime parking, like you can't see the fucking bikers or anything coming. And like that was the only time that ever fucking happened. I've driven that a million times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I smashed.
And this motherfucker was moving, thinking he was fucking.
Dude,
Lance
he was
Armstrong.
flying. Yeah, he thinks he's Lance Armstrong. He's doing this for leisure, like a jerk off.
How many nuts do you think he had? You think he had one or two? Like Lance had one.
Probably none.
Probably
fucking
none.
Bitch.
Little empty ball.
Actually, no. Shout out to him because he didn't sue me, so that made me think he had money.
That made you, yeah.
Because I thought he was
broke.
Because I thought he was
Crackhead
going
probably
to.
suing you.
Nah, he definitely was not a crackhead. Because like.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He made a call. Like one of his like good friends came, picked him up. Literally, like he was there within like 10 minutes. Like definitely had like a good friend who lived like in the area. He lived. I remember because
was he a white man?
He was Caucasian. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think black folks.
Yeah,
cycle.
black people don't ride bikes like that. They ride bicycles. But anyway, so he like, so we had to exchange information like through the cops, like fill out a little thing. One cop gave it to me. I remember at one point I knew generally where he lived. I think he lived in like a pretty like nice. It's like a little outskirts of Columbus, but it's like nice part. Like he definitely like is like a homeowner, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Probably in like his mid late 30s, if I had to guess. I'd thought about calling him so many times and just saying like an extra "I'm sorry." Never did that.
He might have tossed you some bills. No,
Why would he toss me bills
makes no
for
sense.
hitting him?
I'm sorry.
Why the fuck would he give me money
You said
for
he was.
hitting him
You
with
said
my
he was
car?
rich. I don't know. You're a broke college.
Well, I'm not
kid.
saying he was rich, but I think he came from like a decent neighborhood. Like he definitely had like a solid job. I would imagine at least. And yeah, fucking. I thought about calling him a bunch of times. I never did. And yeah, he didn't sue me, so that was awesome.
That's great. So you didn't, but and the ticket was just like it wasn't a misdemeanor, it was just a ticket.
No, yeah, it was just like I think I ended up having to pay. It was like a $30 ticket, but then like classic, they ass fuck you on the court fee. The court fee was like 70, so they got boned for $100 there.
That's
for hitting this fucking guy with my car like an asshole. When he hit me, he fucking ran into me.
You think if he had hit you and you were just walking in like as a person and he didn't hit your vehicle, he just hit your human body, you would have been fucked up because he was going so fast?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, literally anything going 45 miles an hour when you're essentially standing
There's
still.
no way this motherfucker's going 45 miles an hour.
That's what he
on a
claimed.
bike.
He claimed like 40. That's
Yeah,
what he claimed. He said it himself.
Yeah, maybe if he's on like a little fucking rice
I feel
rocket.
like bicyclists can go pretty fast. Can they not?
Yeah, but that's absurd if you're going 40 miles an hour in a bike lane with traffic.
He was flying. He was flying because he hit me so fucking hard. I think all he did was he hyperextended his knee. Was the final prognosis.
Was that the only time you ever hit somebody with your car?
A person, yeah.
I hit a bear once. I tell you guys a story.
Hit a bear?
A bear cub, like a baby bear.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, asshole.
Everyone,
Yeah,
whenever
why
I
is-
say
why
this
is it
story,
a bear?
everyone like doubts me and doesn't think it's real. But I dated a girl who went to school like really like out west Pennsylvania. Like it was in Indiana, Pennsylvania is where she went to school. So it's like by Pittsburgh, like almost in actual Indiana. And going to school in Hoboken, it was like a 6-hour drive almost from like me to her, and it was like basically 4.5 of that 6 hours was on one road, I-80, which goes all through rural Pennsylvania, all through like the mountains and shit. And I left late, so I usually would try to leave at like fucking 10, so I would get there before it got dark. But I left at like fucking 3 because I like had a class and I was supposed to like not have a test, but they moved the test, whatever. Left at 3 and I'm driving like it's back when I was packing lips. I was like fucking packing lips to stay awake. I was shot, and I'm on this 1-lane highway the whole time. It's me and just all these like 18-wheelers, which like I was driving a little busted Honda Civic. I don't want to be near these 18-wheelers, so I kept trying to like pass them or whatever because I want to topple over me. And it's like 8 o'clock. And I'm like an hour out. In front of me, I see like a shape in the street, and like the 18-wheeler that was in front of me moved into the other lane to like get out of whatever was in the middle of the road. And it just looked like almost like a tire. So I didn't like speed up to like hit it. I sped up to just kind of see what it was because I was like, if it's in the road, I'll have time. I just kind of wanted to see what it was. I was bored as fuck. Sped up. And like then it started turning from like a circle to like an actual shape of like what looked like an animal. And I was like, what the fuck? But it was on like the corner of the what's it called? Sorry, it's a 1-lane highway, but it's one-way highway but 2 lanes. So in the corner of the left lane, And if I had just kept going straight and kind of veered to the right, I wouldn't have to change lanes. I would have just passed it. So I just kept going straight, but like an 18-wheeler is wider, they wouldn't be able to do that. So I was driving up, and then as I get closer and closer, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that looks like an animal. Like, and I see like the rounded like ears. I'm like, it looks like a bear. And then I get within maybe 10 feet of it, and it just fucking darts out in front of me. But it only darted out in front of me like a little bit, so I just hit its like front leg. And I hit its front leg, and it like spun out. And when it spun, I saw its like rounded ears and like the snout turn out. I was like, "What the fuck? That's a bear!" And it like toppled on the side of the road, and then rolled into the woods and took off. Like it didn't die; it was fine. Then all the cars behind me stopped, and I was like, "I'm going 80 miles an hour." Like as soon as I hit it, I just kind of fucking punched the gas because I wasn't gonna slow down. That's how you fuck up your car. So I just kind of kept going. And it rolled through, like into the woods. All the cars behind me stopped. I wasn't gonna stop to see if Mama Bear wanted to fucking like eat me, because it was. I say it was like an adolescent bear. It wasn't a full size bear. It probably looked like almost like a Bernese Mountain Dog or some shit like that, like a big dog. And
Probably was.
He probably did it.
No, it definitely was not a dog. So it's
scumbag.
funny. It's funny you said it, because then I called my mom freaking out. I'm like, and I called my girlfriend. So I'm like, oh my god, I just hit a fucking bear. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like I told them the exact story I just told you guys. Like you didn't hit a bear, you hit a Rottweiler. I was like, I'm in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Pennsylvania. There hasn't been a gas station or sign of civilization for 40 miles. Why the fuck would there be a Rottweiler in the middle of the fucking goddamn highway, the interstate? Like you didn't hit a bear. I was like, no, I hit a fucking bear. I've told this story a million times. No one fucking believes me. I wouldn't lie on it. And the left side of my bumper is still fucking jutted out because of it. And I hit a little bear cub.
Western PA is fucked up.
PA is fucked up.
Western PA, like when you drive through there, it's just like a different world. It's some shit.
They let you smoke cigs in bars though. That was cool.
West Philadelphia.
No, this isn't West Philadelphia,
no.
bro. This is like
Western Pennsylvania.
outside of Pittsburgh. Like the farther you get from water, the farther you get from like big bodies of water, the weirder people get. That's my general rule of thumb. I don't want to live anywhere that's not within 20 miles of an ocean or lake,
Like upstate
or
New
giant
York.
lake. Upstate New York.
I'm joking.
I know upstate New York is weird, but upstate New York like has its pockets.
No,
that
they got
are
the
by
shit all the way up
lakes.
top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Basically
the
Canada.
Finger Lakes and shit. I don't know. It's just fucking. It's just the weirder. The farther you get from the oceans and the farther you get from like the Great Lakes, the weirder shit gets. So that's my rule of thumb. Stay away from fucking. Stay close to the ocean if you don't want to hit bears.
When you're itching for the waves, the only lotion is the ocean.
Ooh, where'd you hear that from?
Uncle Tito from Rocket Power.
Damn, yo, we should bring back Rocket Power. I missed that fucking show.
Rocket Power is dope.
I always wanted Regina to. Back in the day, she got me moving. It was before I was getting boners, but Reggie, the sister, she got me moving. She got it moving for me.
She had a little Cakington.
I mean, no, she was like 11 in the show. She didn't have a butt.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Did get weird. We'll transition now. It's segment time. I guess we'll start with pouring out our L's of the week. Whoever took a big L this week, who fucked up, who looked like a clown in the music world, in the media world, in sports world. Does anyone want to start?
I'll go first.
All right, Colin, you start.
Because this just popped in my mind, and I'm going to end up thinking for other ones. I'm pouring one out for Adam Gase because he's just an absolute fucking... I call him Disgase because he is.
Has that been a headline yet?
No,
That's a
and
good
I
one.
literally said
I
that
like-
week one when they lost
like
to the Bills.
Disgase.
I'm like, print the fucking New York Post headlines. It's Adam Disgase. He's an absolute joke. I thought Todd Bowles was bad. Worst coach in the history of the organization.
Easy. I thought Mangini was bad. He had a couple good years. Like this is
I
Gase is
mean-
the worst.
It's just absolutely pathetic that you could spend this much money in free agency, upgrade the team, and be 10 times worse than you were last year.
Not
The guy-
utilize your best players.
Yeah, don't utilize any of your top players. The guy is not a fucking head coach. You look at his record. His last, 15 games are all L's except for the fucking Cowboys game, which they almost blew that as well. Organization's just a dumpster fire right now. The Johnsons need to sell the team, and we need to restart
Shout out
over
Tremaine
with just Joe
Johnson,
Douglas.
possibly the worst.
He
Jets,
also can go fuck himself.
one of the worst free agent signings in the recent history of the NFL.
Yeah, so I'm pouring one out for Adam Gase, and I'll continue to pour one out for him the rest of the season.
In the next
because
6 years, he's on contract.
if he's not fired by the end of this year, I don't know,
The
man.
thing is, the Jets will be paying 3 coaches then. They have 3 coaches on payroll.
I don't give a fuck. You can't win with this guy.
I know he's terrible.
So that's me.
And who do they play this week,
The
fellas?
New York Giants.
I mean,
God-
the New York
Goddamn
Football
right.
Giants.
if you had before, if we played Giants after Cowboys, we're smacking the Giants. Easy
No,
money. It's a
no
shame we had to fucking play the Patriots.
No,
Like,
this is the
I'm-
one
this
thing.
is the worst time for us to play
If
the
you had
Giants.
smacked the Cowboys, I'd be more confident.
I'm not saying. I'm sorry, not smack. Beat the Cowboys. Like,
No,
just coming off a win.
No,
I think
you did
Jets
smack the
can
Cowboys. I'm same thing. If you were coming off the Cowboys win, I'd be more confident.
Oh, I was just saying we didn't necessarily we didn't.
No, I mean you didn't
put in
blow,
like
you
we
didn't
didn't
blow
them out.
You didn't blow them out.
You can't say you smacked them. But I don't know. I think it'll be a good game. But like I don't know. This is just
Yeah, it'll be fine because we both fucking suck.
But
Like our defense is going to be able to handle Daniel Jones, and then our offense is so incompetent that we're also probably going to be handled by the Giants' shitty defense.
Dude, but the Giants are bad, but they're like a good bad. They're a bad that shows promise.
Right, exactly.
You
You
know what I'm
watch a
saying?
team like this is
You're
what
like, in 2
drives
years,
me
like-
nuts is you see these fucking teams every single time they play, and you're like, why can't my team just throw the ball 10 yards down the field? Like it literally feels like you don't see that.
I don't understand how, like, not to say that like Saquon Barkley and Le'Veon Bell are interchangeable. Like Le'Veon Bell is, I think they're obviously top running backs in the league. I think Saquon Barkley is easily the best running back in the league. But like you have that caliber running back on the Jets.
No, you don't.
Okay, that
You do with an offensive line.
An elite. I'm saying elite running back.
Wait, you're saying if you had Saquon?
No, we have
talking about
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell.
I'm saying we have an elite running back. So we have like an upper echelon running back. I'm not comparing the two. I'm saying they both have an upper echelon running back and young quarterbacks who are showing promise. And even though their records aren't that different, the Jets look so much worse and are such more of a laughing stock than the Giants.
Well, Darnold is not good.
That's not
it's
true,
not even
bro.
that. It's just the way these things happen
Daniel
to the
Jones
Jets.
has looked good. He turns the ball over a ton, which needs to be fixed.
That's exactly
But
what
he's
Sam
just-
Darnold does, but Sam Darnold has brain farts.
No, because Daniel
has shown a lot
Jones.
more promise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that because it's still so early in Daniel Jones'
Darnold has
career. But
regressed.
Daniel
Shit up.
Jones has shown.
Darnold shows
Daniel
me-
Jones has showed a lot more flashes, I think, than Darnold has in a shorter period of time.
You have to remember he's played 3 games this year, but
Darnold,
I'm saying like with Darnold like last year and this year compared to I think Daniel Jones has now made like 7 starts, which he's like 2 and like 5 in those starts. But the thing with Daniel Jones is he at least he does turn the ball over a lot, but we move the ball way more.
But I would
He makes a
rather
lot of
see
good throws.
turnovers the way Daniel Jones turns the ball over than Sam Darnold does. I
Like
just
try-
see like Sanchez.
like fumbling.
yeah,
I'd rather see like
forcing
you're
it.
trying to make
See,
move in the
that-
pocket
that's
and fumbling, as
Daniel-
opposed to your brain melting down. You just chucking like shot putting a ball.
See,
up
that's
in there.
Daniel Jones. Like he hasn't made he's obviously made a few of them, but overall he hasn't made a ton of like head scratching throws. A lot of his turnovers have he just fumbles.
But then the
a lot.
other thing is the Giants' offensive line is light years ahead of the Jets. So
Jets
like
have the worst.
I know
it's still
Darnold's
not
making
good, but
bad.
it's like I'll admit it's definitely better.
I know Darnold's not making good decisions, but he is getting no time.
Dude, it's giving
ever.
me an anxiety for the weekend that like I barely watched last week's game. Like it's giving me anxiety for the weekend that I'm like, fuck, the Jets are gonna play. Fuck, it's gonna be embarrassing. Like no, there's no way anyone on that team wants to play. Like are they gonna show
No,
up?
at this point, no.
I guess do they just tank now?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I don't know. Whatever.
We're better off being 0-9 right now. Fuck the one win against the Cowboys.
I mean, you guys have a real chance of the number 1 pick now.
Hooray.
Yeah, no.
What does that
that's
mean?
fine with me. It's a lost season.
Whatever.
It can mean for you guys, Chase Young,
Yeah.
or honestly, what it really
Don't
could
say
mean,
Tua.
No, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say trade back. Because what happens in these drafts is like
I think Chase Young. If you can, you gotta
Chase Young is
Absolutely.
Chase Young is an absolute freak. But my thing is in these drafts, everyone is always like they always will have like say like Chase Young first in a mock draft, whatever. But when it comes down to it, quarterbacks will just go first. Like at least one quarterback, probably
100%. But I mean, that just depends on who's picking.
Because I'm telling you, like a guy like Burrow and a guy like Herbert's going to look amazing in shorts, all that stuff. He's a big guy. He has a big arm. Like Burrow is going to have great tape. Like he's just a good like locker room guy. He's a good leader. Really good quarterback too. Super accurate. Like those guys are going to end up going like in the top like 5, 6, 7 picks. Like Burrow was a guy that they thought like before last year, maybe not even drafted like late round guy. Like Burrow's going to be a top 10 guy. Easy.
All right. Someone else pour one out.
Yeah, pour one out. We went on. I don't want to hear any more about the fucking Jets.
I'm going to pour one. This is a little different. I'm going to pour one out more just because I feel bad for him and I feel like no one's really talked about him in a little bit. I'm going to pour one out for Kodak Black.
Damn.
So this week, he was involved in a fight in jail, and it reminded me that he was in jail.
Oh,
And that's why I'm bringing it up. And I was like, fuck. I was like, because it's funny because I was thinking about it like, it's funny how this shit happens. Because like a couple days ago, I was literally in the shower and I was like, yo, like Kodak's in jail, right? In my head. And I was like, yeah, like he's in jail. Like I haven't
Where else
heard
would
him
he
see it at all. Like he's in jail. Like, I haven't heard about seeing that at all. Then like, yeah, I think it was yesterday, the story came out that he got in a fight in jail where, I don't know if he was the one who did it or anything. He just was involved in an altercation where a guard was like hurt. And I was like, damn, like free my guy Kodak.
Kodak's a
I
guy.
fucks with Kodak heavy.
I fuck
Free
with music
Kodak.
heavy. He's funny. He's just a guy that like is just such a street dude that
Yeah, like it's.
I feel like he can't get. There's no way he can really get out of it. He has so many charges that are like they're still pending. He's got so much like ahead of his slate. It's just like, damn. If this kid could have, as soon as he got signed, just moved to LA or something and just stayed out of the fucking the hood, he would have been okay. But it sucks. His last album was fucking phenomenal. I really
Dude,
liked it a
so
lot.
good. I remember we talked about on the podcast that like testimony.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is so deep. Like I remember Drake literally texted him and was like picking his brain about being like where did you get mentally to like make this record? Like it's just amazing. And if you really listen to it, it really is so like deep and like it's wild. I fucking love Kodak. Pour one out for Kodak. And this is a respect one. He ain't dead. He'll be back.
Shout out Kodak. I'm just pulling up my pouring out real quick because I have a.
Bro, you had 2 days to do this.
I have it, but I lost the article. I just want to make sure I get the name right. 1 second. Just a little cut. It's just a little cut. Anyway, okay. Then I just won't even say the names of the exact artists. Okay.
So I'm pouring one out for someone who really hasn't been in the news music-wise recently. It's kind of in that love and hip-hop community right now, Omarion. So, Omarion blew up early 2000s. He was in a band B2K. It was like a hip-hop, like a black boy band. They had some bangers. I found Omarion through the movie You Got Served. I don't know if you guys ever seen that breakdancing movie.
Of course, million
Fucking
times. Great
awesome.
movie.
Great fucking movie. But Omarion is on Love and Hip Hop right now, or he's a reoccurring guest, whatever. And his current baby mama was stolen from him by a bandmate. And although that sucks, that's tough. By a member of an old member of B2K, they don't still make music anymore. That's not really why I'm pouring one out though. The real reason I am is because another member of B2K fucked his mom.
No.
Yeah, so they took his baby mama and they took his mama.
Oh my god. They're just running train on all the women in his life.
All the women in his life and all the women that he loves.
My
and the top that
God.
the baby mama, like in an interview, said that like her new man, like Omarion's old friend, was like the best dick she's ever had in her life. Like this dude's hitting all the walls.
God.
He's stretching her out, and then on the other hand,
my God.
there's rumors that that the other bandmate is romantically involved with Mama Dukes, and that just hurts. And you know, things like this have happened before in sports and in like entertainment. Like remember the whole Delonte West thing? Everyone said Delonte West fuck LeBron's mom.
Oh yeah.
Like that sucks and that's fucked up. Like oh my god, I couldn't believe like your one-time teammate was fucking your mom. I'm pretty sure why Delonte West is a crackhead now, living under a bridge, legitimately. But if you're LeBron James, like at the end of the day, whatever, you're unstoppable, you're untouchable. Omarion's not untouchable. Omarion hasn't had a hit in a long time. Omarion's not touring, I don't think, right now. All he's really got is love and hip-hop, and all he really has to, I guess, almost stay in the headlines and make something out of his career is almost to lean into this shit. So it's fucking terrible. That sucks. Like I couldn't imagine, if one of my friends ever fucked my woman who gave birth to my children, I'd probably shoot them. And if they gave birth to my mom, if they fucked my mom, I think I would just pull all their like fingernails and toenails out until.
Yeah, in the nicest way possible. I hope his grandma's deceased because nobody's safe out here.
Yeah,
in
no
his
one's safe.
family.
If someone fucks your mom, you are 100% allowed to fuck their grandma as long as she is not hooked up to a respirator.
Dude, I literally don't think there's anything I'd rather like less have than one of my friends fuck my mom.
Right?
That's like I've thought about it. I think I would just kill myself.
I don't know if I would do a
Because
sue.
I
don't know if I would commit sue,
I couldn't look at my mother in the eye anymore.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
And I definitely
That's
can't.
like, you don't ever think about that.
And I definitely can't be friends with like anyone who did that.
If fucking Jimmy was just panting over Mama McDowell.
Stop. Because then I'm sitting here thinking about, I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, yo, like literally, I could do literally anything and he can deliver.
I came out of what you've been inside
I
of.
fucked your mom. And then every time I look at my mom, I would just think of that kid fucking her and I would just get so fucking angry. Yeah, no, I'm very content. I think if that happened,
Don't even want to think about your mom fucking your dad, let alone your
I'll
best
just
friend.
end my life.
You just doing the murder sue?
Yeah, if that happens, I'll just end my life.
Murder suicide.
And I'll make them live with the repercussions of it. I'll literally just in the letter, I'll just be like, "This is your fault and your fault."
You fuck my friend, I kill myself.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Bitch. You fuck my mom, I kill myself.
It'd be a letter to my mom and a letter to my friend. Just be like,
You fuck my friend, I kill myself. You fuck my mom, I kill
my
myself.
blood is in your hands.
Because
You are
his
the
dick
reason
was
I'm
in
dead.
yours.
They're just getting poetic with it. I don't think I'd get that poetic.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
But I guess, I don't know, I haven't fully thought out a suicide letter. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe if
I
that
got a couple
happened,
written.
maybe if that happened, I'd get in my poetic feelings.
Yeah, you drop a couple bars.
Drop some bars.
Drop some bars before you jump
Maybe
off
they'll
the
read them on
stool.
they'll read them on NBC News. Be like, look at this craze of friend mom fucking that's sweeping the nation.
Stop putting that in the air because I don't want anybody to fucking mom. So please, no friends do that. That'd be great.
Yeah, I would.
Watch out for
if
your
any of my friends are
boy.
listening, yeah, please don't have sex with my mom.
All right, moving on. Final segment. Last week we did bar for bar, the weird lyric breakdown or the interesting lyric breakdown, but we're gonna do a new one this week called Top 5 Dead or Alive, and we're gonna go through our top 5 Lil rappers, not including Lil Wayne, because obviously Lil Wayne is number 1 Lil rapper of all time.
Fact,
I
not
think that's-
fiction.
If we did Lil Wayne, everyone's one would be Lil Wayne. Everyone's one would be Lil Wayne. So, anyone like to start? I'll start with this one. I think actually.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my number 1 Lil is Uzi. Lil Uzi, number 1. 2, Lil B. 3, Lil Scrappy. 4, Lil Baby. 5, Lil Kim. This is well, is it the same?
No.
This is just a mixture of who I think is like most impactful. Not too much who's relevant now. I think who had the bangers in their time, and who's impactful and who I identify as having like an impact on the culture. Obviously, Uzi right now is if you don't count Wayne, is the biggest Lil. I think that is like as far as big records, like cultural impact. Even in the short time, Lil Uzi's been on top and hasn't even put out music in like almost 2 years. Lil B. He doesn't have really like big like radio records, probably none. But if Lil B wasn't around, you wouldn't have a Lil Yachty, you wouldn't have an Ugly God, you wouldn't have probably not have an Uzi. Lil B was like the first weirdo rapper, and he just like Soulja Boy, he kind of also took over the internet, dropped like fucking 1,000 songs, put a curse on Kevin Durant, which we talked about I think last week.
So fuck Kevin Durant.
Yeah, his song Wonton Soup, even though it's like low key, it's trash but good. He like is there's so many rappers now that are like you could say like are trash but good, and he I think started that wave. Lil Scrappy from Houston, had the screwed up flow. I just fuck with his sound heavy. I fucked with like him and Lil Flip and what was what was the fucking guy's name? Slim Thug coming out of the Houston scene were huge. I loved Lil Scrappy and that whole Mike Jones, Paul Wall camp, and I think for that mid 2005, 2007, even 2010 maybe he had a huge run. Then Lil Baby, he's fucking killing it right now. I could almost have put Lil Baby in front of Lil Scrappy, but I wanted to give Lil Scrappy his due diligence.
I didn't know we were going full order. This is tough.
I guess this is not necessarily in order. For mine, Lil Uzi's definitely number 1. But then I have Lil Baby because he's just killing it right now. He's the fucking a stream king. And then Lil Kim just because like one of the first female rappers who to really like take over, become a sex icon, and then she fucked her face up with plastic surgery. But you know, when she was in her prime, she was dropping records, she was sexy, she was hot, she was showing titties on stage. Shout out Lil Kim.
And them titties.
So yeah, that's my top 5.
So I approached it a lot differently. I took it as more the 5 Lils that I'm fucking with right now.
Okay.
That's how I took it. So that's, and you'll see by my list that's definitely where it's at. So I also didn't really go in order, but I guess I could. Actually, I don't want to go.
Just do your top 5 right now.
All right, so my top 5 Lils right now. Of course, putting Lil Wayne, the king of Lils, at the top, but he's not a part of the list. He's so above the list that he's not on the list because he's just the GOAT.
Okay.
So we got Lil Baby, Lil Uzi as your two obvious choices. Then for me, I've got Lil TJ, who I spoke about last week. Honestly, another song that I didn't specifically bring up that I want to bring up this time, No Escape, banger.
Off the new album.
Different, like a lot different than the other songs, banger. So Lil TJ, Lil Tekka, shout out Long Island,
I got Black, I got What You Want.
and Lil Skies.
I fuck with that. So we have different lists. That's good, I think, actually, that we have different lists because I gave like who I think culturally are the best Lils, and you gave who you think is the hottest right now, and I agree a lot with that list.
So Lil Skies, I don't think people talk enough about Lil Skies. I fuck with his music heavy.
He kind of like didn't fall off, but
his last 2 albums I've really, really liked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
he's sick.
He
was dope at Rolling Loud. Put on a fucking sick
I'm
show.
telling you, he has a good natural voice. Bump his albums. I'm telling you, Lil Skies. If you're not familiar with him, very fire. He's from Philly, from like Pennsylvania.
He's more from like the border of Maryland.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I knew he was from
Westerboro.
Pennsylvania. But yeah, Lil Skies, insane voice, insane lyrics. Give him a peep.
What about you?
All right, mine. I guess this will go in the order of like people I like, not specifically to the time. Lil Nas X.
That's a good one, actually.
Shout out our king.
Yeah, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Kim, Lil Baby, and then finish it off with the legend. Yeah, Lil Jon.
Okay, see, I was tempted to put Lil Jon on my list.
Okay.
He's technically a producer.
Nah,
I don't
he counts.
give a fuck.
He's still Lil. He still counts. Lil Jon counts.
Then he probably would have been in my top 5. All right, I'll take
counts.
that. Lil Jon is definitely
Get
culturally
crunk.
The
impactful.
GOAT. The GOAT.
Maybe the ad-lib,
hit
maybe
maker.
the creator.
All he makes is hits.
Maybe the creator of ad-libs.
Yeah.
He makes hits.
Get low, baby.
Yeah.
Lil Jon.
Lil Jon also an ugly motherfucker, but probably still got bitches because he had dreads and
Probably
big-ass
still got
glasses.
bitches.
Oh, he definitely got bitches.
Lil Jon
Still has
got
bitches.
Crazy and is still getting crazy pussy.
That's the pimp cup. He's drowning in the pimp cup pussy.
Oh fuck, Lil Jon.
I like that you put Lil Nas X because like people are gonna write fucking books about there's gonna be like movies made about Lil Nas X and like how this gay kid turned took country and rap and like made it a thing. And
Yeah, in a time like this, and
It's
I just think
memes and
his
social
music is
media.
genuinely good too.
I fuck with that. I fuck with those lists. I fuck with everything. We have one more little thing. Does anybody have a slap of the week they would like to share?
Yeah, I got one.
Hit us with it, Colin.
Y'all know who Tierra Whack is?
I do know who Tierra
Okay,
Whack is. She made
so-
XXL this year. The girl from Philly.
Yeah, she could rap.
Fire bar. She could rap.
her ass off. Yeah, she could
Yeah,
rap her
so
ass off.
the corner that I sit in here at the office, I was playing her yesterday and I was bumping to her, and I forget who's sitting next to me, but they were asking like, "What are you listening to?" And I was like, "Tierra Whack." They had no idea who she was. So I showed them a couple songs, then I showed Quigs, then I showed Alana, I showed Vibs, and they're all just like, no idea who she is. So she's got a lot of good songs, but the one to listen to right now is called Hookers. It's only a minute long. Absolute fucking banger.
Is it about
Such a good
hookers?
song. No. But it's a minute long. It's a song where I was like, my girlfriend showed me it, and then I listened to it, didn't realize it was a
Damn,
minute.
you letting them know you're wifed?
It's all right.
Thought we're keeping that under wraps.
It's all right. I don't care. They don't know who I am. So she showed me it, and then I added it to my playlist, and then I went and listened to it, and it just like stopped after a minute and went to the next song. I was like, what the fuck? So then I looked at it, and I was like, oh, it's only a minute. But it's such a banger that I'm like, kind of like a Lil Nas X song where I'm like, I wish I had at least another minute of this song. It's so good. But
See, I almost like songs like that because then I'll just listen to them 3 times.
Exactly.
In a row.
And that's how you gain
Which
the
for
fucking
me, I'm weird.
streams.
I listen to 3-minute songs like 8 times in a row, so I
Right.
just listen to it like 20 times.
So yeah, Tierra Whack, Hookers, and then check out like she got a bunch of other songs too. That's really
She
good.
has some music video that's like fucking almost like a EP in a music video. It's fucking crazy. She got like her face is like all deformed and falling off. Check out her YouTube as well. Tierra Whack is dope as fuck. That was solid. Glad you said that. You want to go next, Evan?
Yeah, I'll go next.
I love that.
Pal. So the first one I'm gonna go with is a newer song by our friend 21 Savage,
21.
Immortal. New single by him. Really like it. Really, this to me is very like it's got a lot of old Savage in it.
Some old murder gang shit.
It's a very this sounds to me like a single Savage.
Okay. He is single right now.
This is an old Savage, a single Savage.
Because
song.
Amber Rose is no longer with him. She just gave birth to someone
Yeah,
else.
so
Beautiful
and then
light
this
skinned
other
baby.
one that we've been fucking with that I've been just like I've been bumping it nonstop since I heard it for the first time at the frat house when I was at Penn State. Shot of Flow.
Oh,
And
NLE Choppa, baby.
is such a fucking that shit.
They
gets
played
me
that at the
so-
frat house?
Yo, that was I put a video of it.
Yeah.
It low key
Yeah.
went off. It's so funny because it's me and Marty.
menace.
It's me and Marty just dancing in the frat house. We did it for like this natty shoot, like drop off all the beers.
And Marty did the fucking wipe his nose, which
Yeah,
I
he did
tell him
the-
he can't
did the
do.
slat.
You're not allowed to do that, Marty.
So
Get shot out here.
So we did it, and it was just a funny ass video because we're just turned up and like it's literally it was like like that time, which I know that time as a kid that used to be in a frat. Like it's like 8:30. It's all the boys are over. Like
You're playing Thunderstruck. You ever play Thunderstruck where you like get in a circle and you count down and every time you're thunder, you all
I've got a
chug?
story about that. But yeah, like we were at this house and literally they were playing it and we're all just dancing. They're recording it, and it's just so funny because he just pans around the party and it's literally just all dudes. Because that time it's like 8:30. Party probably starts at 10.
Girls haven't gotten there yet.
Like the close girls will come at like 9:30. All the bitches, little thotties will come over like 10:30, 11. Like really get it popping.
Dude, I missed
So it was
that
just
shit.
so funny. Like literally just a house full of dudes, and that shit came on, and I was like, this is a fucking banger. That
I
shit-
am a menace. Keep me up
that
ready
shit
like Dennis.
I-
That
But
shit's fire.
He's like, who want the smoke? 223
You
came with the scope. Extended clip long as a
Choppa
rope.
is crazy. If you haven't heard of NLE Choppa, he's a young kid. He's 16 years old, coming up out of
Is
Memphis.
he that young?
He's 16, dude. Doesn't have turned down
he
$3 million.
spits so hard.
There was a bidding war for him. Turned down a $3 million deal from multiple labels, and signed like just a publishing deal or a distribution deal with this company, United Mass. It's kind of like TuneCore. It's like a distribution.
Doesn't he
service.
fuck with Birdman?
He was
thought
in the
I
studio
thought
with
he was
Birdman,
fucking
but
with Birdman.
Memphis kind of has this like movement popping up right now. Him, NLE Choppa's father, this little white kid named White Sosa
Duke Deuce.
with a
Duke
deep
Deuce
ass
is
voice.
Memphis.
I don't know who Duke Deuce is, but they have this kid White Sosa who's fire.
You know Duke Deuce. He's the one who I was gonna do the dance for. I honestly look at fucked up. I never did it. He's wire.
The big guy.
He has a few songs on the Quality Control album with like Migos.
Oh
and shit.
damn! Does he dance? Because all these Memphis guys dance like fucking
no,
Block Boy JB. They're
The
crazy.
second I show you him, you'll know exactly who he is. He's fire.
But yeah, NLE Choppa is 16 years old, coming up out of Memphis. Strictly raps about killing people and guns, but his shit is fucking hard as hell. Oh yeah,
You know
I
who he is,
I
right?
remember this guy. Yeah.
He has bangers. Like his songs are so fire.
Yeah, he's dope. But yeah,
Yeah, so check out Duke Deuce too. Wire and Duke Deuce, very fire.
my tracks are. I think they actually were released yesterday, both of them. Shout out Saj, my producer, my homie, Beats by Saj. He put me
Shout out
onto
Saj,
these.
my guy.
Two groups. Well, one guy that I've been rocking with for a while. The first song is called Triple Helix by Kylie. I don't know. You guys ever heard of Kylie?
No.
Guy out of Toronto. He's half Asian, half black. He has a really weird, like high-pitched, almost squealy voice sometimes, like an auto-tune enthusiast, but he makes some dark bangers, kind of a Travis Scott mold. Took like Travis Scott and like a Nav and kind of like mix them together. He's got this Toronto dark sound that I really, really fuck with. This song Triple Helix is dope. It's short. 16-year-old produced it. A producer whose name is 16-year-old. He's not 16 anymore. But Killie's a really dope artist. If you kind of fuck with Travis Scott's wave, that whole sound, you'd probably really fuck with Kylie. His most recent project, Light Path 8, is dope. I'd say go check that out. And then another Toronto group is 88 Glam.
Love 88
So
Glam.
they had that song Bali
Love
with
88
Nav.
Glam.
They're
Dude,
fire.
A lot of sick songs.
Kind of like similar vibe to Kylie, like the dark Toronto, like trappy beats, auto-tune singing.
That Nav flow.
But Nav Flow, they're in the same camp. They're signed to OVO. They have a song with Lil Keed, which I really fuck with. That just got released. It's called Bankroll. And they kind of complement each other really well. I fuck with Keed. He's coming out of the YSL camp, so I say go check those out. Triple Helix by Kylie, Bankroll by 88 Glam featuring Lil Keed. And I think that's about it. That was a good pod.
It was solid. I think it was solid.
I think we're getting to a swing now with the story time, hitting news fast, because sometimes we drag out the news and we haven't talked about porn in 2 episodes, which I'm.
You shut your mouth.
Oh shit, we won't talk about it now, but that's good because that's usually our crutch when we're like going off a topic, then we just start talking about porn for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
like
we just get horny.
we just get too horny. We're a horny podcast.
I
jerked off last night, so I'm good.
I gotta think about the next story I want to tell. I gotta drop next story. I'm gonna drop a big story. What story do you want?
I
know
want to
you-
hear the one about you getting abducted and getting sent to reform school. I want to tell
See that?
how I got into Barcelona. I started working here because it's a weird journey. I worked a bunch of different jobs here. Started as like as what Spider does almost. So I'm going to tell that story one time.
I want to tell because I want to do that too. I want to tell my real catfish story.
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell the catfish, me getting catfish from my point of view, how like exactly how it went down for me, like just getting the text, all that, like the whole thing.
I have a couple fight stories that are good. One of me getting knocked out, one of me knocking someone out. So
Yeah, I've
those
got
will
a
both be good.
Bethel Woods brawl story. Shout out to anyone who knows Bethel
Those
Woods.
would be good. If any of you guys hear these, like we say before, continue giving us the feedback on Storytime.
Yeah, please do.
I've been getting good feedback on that. And I've been getting good feedback on actually the slaps of the week. A couple people texted me. Shout out my boy Drew Hankey, loyal listener since day one. That's my boy. He has a great mustache.
Shout out Drew.
He
Stash guy. Shout out
said
to him.
he said that he fucks with the slaps of the week and is keeping him up on his playlist and keeping everything current.
You know,
so
crazy thing. Speaking of mustaches, I've never seen my dad's upper lip.
really,
He's had a mustache my entire life.
you think you'd not recognize him if he shaved it? Well, obviously you recognize him. You think he'd look like a different person?
Yeah, no doubt. I've never seen his upper lip.
Damn.
I'm 25 years old.
I've never seen Colin clean shaven. I've never seen you clean
never
shaven. I've
will.
never seen either of you clean shaven.
Yeah, I haven't been clean shaven in years.
I've been clean shaven since high school.
This is the most I get. I did my little goatee because my shit was like growing out, and I didn't want to shave everything right now. And I didn't know if I want to keep I'm probably just gonna keep a mustache. I'm gonna dye my mustache. I have because it's not really dark enough.
Just get rid of the. Nah, you should go clean shaven.
I should, but I'm gonna go mustache for the rest of November. It's gonna be funny. I'm gonna dye it.
I guess.
We're all bait up. It doesn't really fucking matter at this point.
It's Movember. You
It's
can do whatever the
Movember,
fuck
bro.
you want.
Yeah.
Why don't you go just mustache?
Nah, I would never.
Why?
Nah, the beard just gives my face good shape.
You think without it you'd look too much like a fucking chipmunk?
I already do. I look enough like a chipmunk already. I have a peanut head. I have like the Taco Bell logo head, pear head.
Pear head.
Pear,
you are pear head ass.
Pear fits it the most.
Pear is nice.
But
pear be delicious though. Pear
I think my favorite one was the taco. Someone said you got a head shape like the Taco Bell logo. The Taco Bell logo, and I thought that was pretty funny.
You have the head shaped like a
Mr. Peanut Head, Mr. Potato Head.
You had built like a kettlebell. You know what kettlebell is?
Yeah, but it's not really built. Kettlebell's not. That doesn't work.
Yes, it does. A kettlebell bows out like that.
Yeah, but I guess, but I don't know.
Like a squash, like a gourd.
The only reason I don't think the kettlebell fits is because I think the handle they usually go out kind of wide.
Okay,
and the whole
sans handle, no
I'm
handle.
I'm saying the whole point of that is that my head is is bigger on the bottom than it is on top, significantly.
Kettlebells are shaped like that.
I guess.
Just disregarding the handle. All right.
Well, that was it.
That was it. We covered a range of topics.
Your boy Pearhead.
Pearhead. Thank you.
We in this bitch.
The Pearhead and the Bear Killer, and the English Coxman.
Bear Murderer.
Bear Murderer. I didn't murder his ass. As you know, follow us on all social media outlets, on Instagram, on Twitter at 808 Smoke Break. Subscribe, follow, like, comment, give us 5 stars. Unsubscribe, resubscribe, stay subscribed. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Thank you for tuning in.
DM your boy some feedback. Let us know what you think of the story. What stories we just threw a couple out. Let us know what ones you want to hear. I have a million stories in the bank. Let us know which ones you want to hear soon. All that. Give us feedback on the pod, segments, everything. DM us at Double Vodka Don, at Wayne Jetski with 2 eyes. You heard?
And send us some titties. Never mind, we all have girlfriends. Don't send us titties.
Send us titties.
You can still
send us
I guess.
titties.
I like titties.